Live. All right, the little red record button is on. We are coming to you hot from the new offices in Austin, Texas. And then obviously we have the fearless co-founders, AJ and Max. We have a shorter episode for you guys today. If you do want to pop in any questions, definitely jump in there. Tons of updates, tons of amazingness, a lot of roadmap awesomeness, and then just kind of some general housekeeping. But without further ado, AJ, take it away.
Yeah, hey everyone, how you doing? I'm a little bit slow today, a little bit under the weather here.
Me too.
Okay, so general updates. I think we rolled out a couple of really cool features over the last week. The mobile app came out, and then the model comparison, choose your model comparison. I think next week we have a couple of really exciting projects coming out, including way more robust pixel tracking across everything, including influencers, social, more platforms like email, SMS, everything, a ton.
Yep.
So basically, the Pixel can track anything from PostScript to Criteo to Bing, and so we're gonna have all those in, even without.
That's on the Pixel side.
On the Pixel side, even without having integrations, which is pretty awesome. And we're gonna have some UTM schemes for you guys to implement across all of your channels. Essentially, every single link going out from your store should have a UTM attached to it, so we can bring it back and associate it with the right traffic source. I'm very excited about that. We have a project called Pixel Health, which is very cool. I think
This is cool. Rabah, you know about this? Rabah, you saw this?
I just saw the mock-ups are
first
sick.
one. I think it's gonna be the first one.
Can we show it? Can we show the? Oh man.
No, let's keep it a little delightful.
Yeah. We're not gonna. Yeah.
The white blanket's still on it. We'll whip off the white blanket soon.
I agree with Rabah. It's gonna be very cool.
Essentially,
with our Pixel, we can first of all tell what the load fail rate for Facebook's Pixel is, how many times Facebook is missing stuff, and we can also tell how many times our Pixel is mixing stuff.
And what about Google as well?
And Google less, but like Google will show you how much triple pixels attributed more than Google, which essentially will give you that answer. It's very cool stuff. I think we'll be the first Pixel on the market to do this. It'll also give you like how the pixel's working in your specific environment, because right now we have a lot of pixelers out there, a lot, almost more than that. Yeah, a lot of pixelers really quickly, and so specific stores might have a specific environment that may cause the pixel to work less well, whatever it is. And you might have an app that's conflicting, usually not, but like we want to make sure that when you're making these decisions, you get a scorecard to figure out how well the pixel is doing in your specific environment, and then also let us troubleshoot every environment as well. So I'm very excited about it. So that's in terms of the Pixel. We have some work we're doing for agencies also, and for general billing and store owners. It's pretty unbelievable to think that we got here without having billing built into the app.
Yeah, we don't even use your profile.
You can't change your password. You can't change anything right now.
You had to have your store manually activated by one of us to even get into the app until about a week ago.
Yeah, I think it's because partially we have extreme focus on trying to deliver value to you and not trying to build any administrative stuff. But I think that's catching up. I think we have to build that out also internally for us.
Yeah.
So we have visibility and our sales organization is enabled.
And customer success.
But also for you guys as agencies, for the agency owners, what this will mean is you'll be able to invite people to workspaces, and those workspaces will have stores and users associated with them. And as a store owner, you'll be able to take ownership from the agency if you need to, or vice versa. It's going to be very exciting. I think it's going to help agencies manage their stores better. I think anyone that has multiple stores.
Yeah, the agency view, right?
Agency view, yeah. There's going to be a lot of exciting things over there coming. And then we have K&O integration is sometime next week as well. We have losing some other train of thought here, but there's other things coming as well next week. So there's just a lot coming really quickly, which we're very excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. And just kind of chat.
Oh yeah, Rabah. Yeah. I'm sorry. Last thing, we're finally getting AI into the system. It's pretty exciting.
Tell me, I don't even know this. This is breaking news for me too. Two things.
In the next 2 weeks, we are gonna start dropping the AI in. We're finally there. So this is very exciting. Yeah. So first
give us some color.
I had a fantastic conversation with licorice.com, Jonathan, and he asked me a simple question: if I did not spend any more money on my marketing efforts in the next year, how much money would I make? It's a great question, right? Because it gives you like an idea. Okay, how much can I spend this year to acquire new customers? So the following year I can make money off of them, right? It's investing in the future. And so we are building an answer to that question. We're literally predicting your LTV. We're breaking down your buyers into cohorts, and then we're based on we're using really robust models to do this. And then we're going to predict each cohort. We'll also give you access to these specific cohorts so you can download them and use them in your marketing and Klaviyo efforts as well. It's sort of the beginning of the CDP platform or the customer data platform as well. And then you're going to have an answer like, if I didn't spend any money on marketing in the next 12 months, what would I make? What's my predicted LTV on this specific customer, right? And how does that factor into my ROAS also as well? And so that is the first AI that's going to come. The second AI that's going to come, it's pretty cool. We actually took a large store and we forecasted their sales. And we looked at the actual versus forecasted, and it's
very close.
It's scary how close it is. I was like, I don't know how it's doing it.
2 or 3% plus or minus, or how close?
No, like
less than 2% plus or minus?
No, like maybe 10% plus or minus. But
okay,
still,
that's still pretty close.
The peaks were right on. And the valleys were pretty close.
Yeah, the peaks and the valleys, like the trends were spot on, which is pretty insane. It's very cool. We're going to use this also for inventory calculations as well. So there's a lot of, I think once we get AI into the system, AI is going to come full-fledged, very powerful. I don't know how the pricing for the AI is going to be yet. I don't know if it's going to be baked in at this point or it's going to be an upsell. I'm not sure yet. There's also going to be a cost associated with Triple Whale running this AI on all the data sets in real time.
Right.
So we'll have more details on that. But
Don't know.
Yeah, don't know, but it's pretty.
It'll be a slow rollout.
It's exciting, guys. We built everything we did up till now is to get to this point, right? And so it's phenomenally exciting.
I love that. So I guess, what are you guys most excited for? Just kind of being a fly on the wall. Is it the AI stuff, or how are we coming on the inventory?
No, there's a lot of things that we're coming. We're are planning the roadmap right now. Amazon, obviously, everyone asks about that. Internally, right now, we're working very, very hard on scaling up the dev team.
Yeah.
We want to get to, I think right now we're 15. There's around maybe 18 people on the product/dev organization. We'd like to 3x that, so get to around 60. And I think we're going to start. Like, we can't start Amazon really until we hire more people, because it's going to take some full-time people. It's another beast, exactly. And so we're going to be building out teams right now pretty rapidly and going to be executing on all these things. I think in the immediate term, what I'm excited about, I think the Pixel tracking everything is going to be a huge step up for stores. I think also getting the AI in and sprinkling it in a lot of different places is going to be also really, really, really big. I also think there are questions in attribution that are not fully answered yet that I think AI can start answering, especially for stores that are more heavily on the view data, or even for, like, if you want to get a real idea of the bottom line answer, like how much should I be spending on this platform, on this specific, if it's Facebook or Google or TikTok, and how much money should I be, like, how much should I scale before I start losing money? Right, all these questions that we have that I think data can answer.
How would you answer that question? How much can I scale?
I think we would have the AI look at the ROAS drop off historically between scale and drop off. There's always drop off as you scale, right?
It's a short term drop off.
Exactly. But figure out what that drop off is in short term and long term, and then go look at your profitability at each stage and calculate what's the optimal spend for you.
So interesting.
Because we used to do this. Remember, you used to do this, and we were like at 1.7 for us at scale. We crushed it. You remember?
That was just cash turnover rate. Understanding that.
Here.
And then understanding the ramp up is like where
benchmarking. Is
something what would Rabah want on AI to that one?
I think kind of along those lines of being able to understand where and at what intensity and when I should be deploying capital. I really love your mental model, Max, of the kind of capital allocators, where you're really getting away from, once you get the creative and the angles, there's a certain aspect of like, okay, you have $100,000 of spend this month. How are you going to allocate it? And that might change month to month, week to week. And for example, with the Pixel, you can start to see like our email signups. AJ or actually me, you and AJ were just talking about this. How like for us, it might be very helpful to just do a lot of top of a funnel kind of brand awareness spend to get people in the ecosystem, like a CPG play. And so being able to understand like, hey, on this first touch point, kind of like the customer journeys on steroids, like if you drive somebody and they get into your email ecosystem, the payback period is going to be X amount. And so you should buy, obviously cash flow considerations where like if you're capitalized enough, you can, if you're well capitalized enough, should you be able to kind of like a licorice style, like how far in the future can I buy into without making too many like ridiculous extrapolations, like, oh, a 5-year payback or some nonsensical thing like that, where it's like, yeah, that doesn't work. But like, hey, if you can get a 6-8 month payback, and you need to be capitalized. And then furthermore, I was just talking to a really cool agency where he's actually partnering more at that consultant level of like, hey, you have a fantastic rocket ship here, and kind of our other points of market constraints versus capital constraints of like, hey, here's how you can do it, and here's how much capital you would need to get to X or Y. I think that starts to get really crazy because it's kind of like the E-Myth. I keep meeting kind of store owner operators that, and not a judgment or anything like that, but they're just not super savvy with the P&L. They're just really good at solving customer problems.
It's really like, to be honest with you, in my experience, I haven't really seen any emphasis or real content on the P&L finances in this space at all. It's all about the marketing.
So one idea in that matter is, first of all, bringing in benchmarking for the industry so you understand how you're doing on your conversion rate, your CPM, your CPA, all these good questions. And then building formulas like we have, like Rabah, Max, if you guys look at a business, you can sometimes tell, hey, your CAC or your NCPA compared to your LTV, right? New customer acquisition compared to your lifetime value is just not going to work, right? You guys looking at a business can tell that, right?
Yes.
Triple Whale should also be able to tell you that, right? Like, hey, it does not seem like Snap advertising for your business right now is going to be making money. Exactly. And so can we get the program or Triple to actually start thinking in these formulas, which we have, like this ratio to this ratio to this does not work, right, for your business. And so I think these are very, very interesting questions that I think we can start building out right now and try to help store owners understand and agencies understand better where to allocate their capital.
Yeah, I think for me, that's where it's most exciting.
So like iOS 14.5 obviously has had two issues, right? There's platform degradation in terms of performance, and there's visibility, right? Now, platform degradation and performance degradation is something Triple Whale cannot solve. No company can solve.
Cappy can do something.
Cappy, but again, bottom line is if your ads are not getting targeted with the same amount of data as there's a loss of signal from Facebook,
it's just not gonna.
Yeah, that's the new reality we're in right now, and there's no way any company can face it. But that said, visibility also took a huge hit, and visibility now is way more important than ever, because if your ads are less effective and you're flying blind, you're definitely going to be losing money, right? Yes. And so getting the best glasses right now is more important than ever. And now the question is, can we give store owners and operators definitive answers, right? Like I sometimes meet store owners and we're trying to figure out, is the Pixel like giving them a definitive answer? And like me looking at the store, some of them I'm like, it's just not working. Like the data that I see, I just don't think they're going to make it, right?
Focus on.
So I would love if Triple Whale just told them that, like, hey guys, your store with your economics today just does not work.
Try X, Y, and Z.
Exactly. Either try new creatives, try a new angle, try organic, try community, try a new product, try a new maybe your cogs are too high. Like I met two different furniture stores. One was doing a 7 ROAS and barely breaking even, and one was doing a 7 ROAS and their break even was 2. Right? Like those two should talk to each other, figure out how they get their cogs down, like the other person, right? And
wow.
And so it's like it's unbelievable. It's pretty.
That's huge.
I love it.
It's also like understanding if it's not working out, right, and you want it to tell you what you should be doing, like listing out the scenarios you could do. Like maybe try bundling these products together at the top of funnel offer, right? Or maybe like Rabah, remember when you took Madison and you like went through and saw that the Lulu is just not working, right? That one.
Yeah, that was great.
And you're like, but try the top knot, right? Like what you did, right, manually. Triple Whale should be able to.
This is like.
I think that's a cool idea, actually.
Yeah, this is a question that that we're trying to figure out as a business, right? Do we go down the rabbit hole of ad automation first as a first step right now in the next 3 months? Or do we try to build a broader brain at this point, right? And not like start automating away your ads, but giving you insights on your whole business. Because like Logan, for instance, one of our amazing PMs, right? He's very much in the sense that what you do outside the ads manager matters more than what you do inside the ads manager. It's been something that me and Max and you also talk about a lot, right? Like there's just so much you can squeeze out of the ads compared to like unlocking $5 in your AOV.
What are your shipping costs?
Like you remember, Max, I flew in like 2.5 years ago, no, maybe 3 years ago when we were working together in Madison. I flew into the US for a week to brainstorm with Max before I moved to Columbus. And we sat down 1 week on AOV. Remember that? Remember when Starbucks? And we got the AOV up from like $47 to $55 and then unlocked a whole level of scale for us. Like we went from like, we doubled. It wasn't because we unlocked $5. It was because, or $7 or $8. It's because the $7 or $8 allowed us to spend more because our break even moved drastically.
Yeah, it was actually huge.
It was crazy.
That was a good time.
It was just sitting down, brainstorming, testing things. You know, it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, one click upsell. Yeah. Shout out.
There you go. Hey, we got some questions trickling in. Unless you guys have some more housekeeping.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go. All right, Dimitri's asking, any update on the Cappy integration, AJ?
Yeah, so Dimitri, we are working first on pixel health across the whole platform so we can give you guys a good report of how your pixel is doing in your environment. And the same person that's building that, Chesky, one of our best developers, is going to be moving directly to Cappy after. Cappy is already 80% done. It's just we got to give it the last push. And I can't give a hard timeline, but anywhere in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I've been saying that for a long time, but it's not times 10.
I'm joking.
It's coming soon. It's right after Pixel Health, which is going to come next week.
Yeah, it's very, very far down the path, but we again have
Cappy's
to make
a little
sure
bit
it's
scary
perfect.
right now. Now that I think yesterday or 2 days ago or a week ago, they started messing up Cappy with Shopify. And so, like, if we start taking over Cappy and then Facebook messes it up, I don't want us to get blamed for it also, especially because we're introducing Cappy.
I love it. All right, let's move on to another one. Thanks, Dimitri, for the question. Another timeline update. Amazon. This is everybody hounds me for this, AJ.
Yeah, I know. The thing with Amazon is it's a beast, and it's. I would say like this. I would say we'll have the team in place for Amazon in around 6 weeks, and I would assume 4 weeks after that. So it's like 10 weeks. I would assume Amazon will be in.
Okay.
There's no less than top of mind for us.
It's not going to be a huge build-up. I'm saying it's going to be like revenue, expenses, fees.
It's going to be great when Amazon gets in. It's going to be great. We're going to give you the ratio of how your ad spend affects your Amazon.
Does anybody want Fair? I'm wondering if people are using Fair.
Fair, yeah.
You know Fair, Rabah?
Ish. Is it kind of like a Shine or what?
Wholesale.
No, it's
wholesale. Oh, no. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think as we move up market to people that have kind of larger operations, we'll start to have that bolted on.
Rabah, we're up market already. We are up market.
No, I know, but I'm like right now, like candidly, right? We're at that, like our top tier is in that $150, $170 or $70 million kind of run rate where like you get into a $250,000 or $1 billion a year run rate, and you need to figure out more ways to get money into that system. Usually it's not just going to be one business line of DTC. You're going to have wholesale, you're going to have retail, you're going to have all these other business lines that are generating revenue for the company. But Amazon coming soon, guys. We know you want it, and we're really hot and bothered to get it to you. RC, big fan, RC. Smarter integration timeline, AJ. Any things there? Is that on
smarter integration? Someone asked us about this, and they said about so recurring revenue is also, again, it seems like a small task, but it's actually a really big one. We're going to be building out a whole module in Triple Whale around recurring revenue, and we may even have a full team on recurring revenue. As just like we're a firm believer that recurring revenue is one of the biggest factors going forward in success in D2C brands. And so I don't have a hard timeline. I'm sorry, but I can tell you it's top of mind for us.
Smarter like a recharge?
Smarter is whatever. Smarter is a very up and coming great product. recurring revenue side.
Oh, just kind of touching on this. Yeah, so recharge is pretty much done-ish, but there's just a lot of complexities that go into that. That API is almost Klaviyo-esque in its gnarliness. But is there any update there, AJ, on the recharge?
Again, so what happened with recharge is we got very, very close to finishing it, and then we pulled back because, again, recurring revenue becomes very, very hard to get the numbers that they show on their dashboard to match the numbers we show on our dashboard. And so it got deprioritized until we can build a full team around subscriptions. So again, I would say again, same type of timeline, maybe 10 weeks out when we finish building the team out for subscriptions. Then subscriptions will come in, and we'll recharge will be the first one there.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ankit, for the question. Let's see. What else do we got here? So, yeah, we actually are toying around with this. AJ said he wanted to do a virtual one, but I think if we do a conference, it will be in September before Q4, and it'll probably be an in-person one. We're actually going to have a awards ceremony as well called the Whaleys that we might tie in together for this. Yeah, so stay posted, but more than likely it will be in Austin. It's going to be great, Max. You have no, it's going to be great. Maybe we'll post what the winners will get, but it's fantastic. It's going to be like the Webbies on steroids. It's going to be awesome. So anyways, we are actually doing a couple things for South by Southwest. So we'll actually put a sign up in Whale Mail as well as maybe in the app. Because we're building that guest list now. So if you are going to be in the city, we'd love for you to come by. Actually, Max and AJ are going to come to one of the events. We're getting them down to Austin. So if you want to come meet them, let us know, and I will get you guys on the list. And then it will be limited seating, so the space we have is only 50 people. But if you want to come, we can definitely make something happen. All right. What else? These are all seated questions. I love it. You can just get in by either emailing chat or there's a sign up right in the app. Again, it is only for triple whalers proper, and we have a whale sanctuary for people that aren't on triple whale yet. You can obviously join both if you're on triple whale, but right now it is only on that, and it's been great. I think we have almost 450 members or something like that. It's amazing. Bananas. It's really cool. And the Max has been in there, AJ has been in there, Logan, one of our incredible PMs. It's really cool to just see people helping people, and everybody. There was an awesome person, a Canadian, looking for a better 3PL for X or Y. So there's like some really long tail questions that are getting answered, which is a really good sign of a thriving community.
It's beautiful.
Yes. I know Columbus, there's some plans to actually take over a WeWork and or get a bigger spot because that team's bursting at the seams there. I think AJ and Max have like the whole conference room of it's just triple L. So I know we're growing the team there, and then obviously in Jerusalem, yes guys,
and Austin,
we're growing,
everywhere.
And then
everywhere.
ATX, we're still hiring here. We have a big
whale is talent over location. So if you are very, very talented anywhere in the world and you want to work with us on this problem of trying to help humans do what they do best and machines do the rest, right? That's essentially our mega tagline.
You hit it. You're not slow today. That rolled off. That was perfect.
So if anyone wants to join us on that mission of freeing humanity from tedious tasks and giving you back time and hopefully health and prosperity, come join us. We are working hard on this nonstop right now. And so we're very excited for anyone who wants to join us.
I can share out.
Going up soon, right, Rabah?
Yeah, the job board will be almost done. I think it's pretty much finished. I just need to get the marketing positions in there. But our head of HR, Marcy, who is just an absolute saint, she's incredible, put together a job board on Notion for us. So we'll have that up shortly, and you guys can start firing off
I would say
applications.
Also, the job board is not reflective of all the open positions. Like if you're good and you're talented, just send us an email.
Send us a good email. The more creative, the better.
Yes.
Exactly. Emails, DMs also accepted. Get in there. Our head of social will get you to the right person. But yeah, we are hiring. The whale is growing. Austin, Columbus, Jerusalem, Moscow, as well as, like AJ said, if you're a crusher and you have ambition, awesomeness, and humility, come join us.
Yeah. Well said, Rabah.
All right. What else we got here? Oh, well, thank you. That was all AJ and Zach, obviously. I don't know what they mean by updates, but so we did update. We got rid of the white screen of death. That has been changed, and then the aesthetic has been updated and reflected to our current kind of brand guidelines and our website. I guess I don't know.
Any more updates? So not yet. At some point, we're going to have notifications to the app, but we got to figure out.
Oh, that's cool.
We played around with it early on, and
I remember that.
The problem was
I had like a billion.
Yeah, exactly. It probably didn't do like drop off, like ROAS drop off. It drops below like I don't know 1.4. It's just like every hour you get a notification. So there's things we have to play with there to make it right. Also, another thing I found out when I was using Triple Whale, because I was using it to manage our store, is I was checking it all day. So why any notifications? Like most of our heavy users are just using it so often.
Right.
Like so
they don't want notifications.
I don't know. Yeah, the goal is to make it so seamless and actually to manage it for you, so you have to check Triple Whale less, obviously, and then the notification will be more valuable. But
right,
it's gonna take us some time before we get notifications.
We'd love to hear what updates you would like.
Yeah. What updates do you guys want to see? I guess what would I want to see? I guess we could have a push notification for the reporting, but again, like you're going to get that in your Slacks.
It's essentially going to yesterday, like a push notification to yesterday.
I think maybe and you were talking about this, and maybe this is the AI stuff, but some of those kind of red bells where alarm bells where it's like, hey, you spent like, here's your spend, limit. And if you hit outside of this efficiency, or because we do have goals. So for you guys that don't know, we do have goals that you can base off of. And one of them is channel sales, channel spend. So Facebook spend, Google spend, what have you. And it'll actually average out. So if you don't have like an efficiency band where you can just spend to the moon as long as you hit a certain efficiency, like you have a hard cap, it'll show you what you need to pace at. Without having to use a spreadsheet or anything and average that. So that might be cool where it's like, hey, you're popping your pace or something. But well, let us know what other updates you'd like to see. But
celebratory notifications,
okay,
that's actually cool.
That's a good idea.
That's actually really cool.
You're hitting that problem.
We have a hard stop in a minute, Rabah. So let's wrap it up. Okay.
Cool. Let's wrap it up. Thank you, Anik. It is a team effort. Everybody puts in. We love it.
That is big time Rob over here.
Yeah, we love it. It's a team. Love
Rabah
it.
and Zach right now are using Triple Whale with a lot of love, and we really appreciate it.
It's been good. Yeah, all the support.
Yeah.
I think you guys get the whaleys.
We can't win it in-house. We can't win the in-house award. It's about celebrating our peoples. We do have a new podcast called Ad Spend. It's me, Corey, and Ash just kind of jamming about best kind of awesomeness in DTC, trends, different metrics, how to look at a business. It's really fun. It's very conversational, not very highfalutin. It's just three chaps just jamming DTC. I know you guys are up against it. Is there anything else you want to get in?
No, we're
Thank
good.
you so, Rabah. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks so much for everybody for showing up. You guys can take off. I'll just sign off real quick. If you do want to get more involved with Triple Whale, it's trytriplewhale.com. We do have a credible newsletter called Whale Mail that goes out every Tuesday, Thursday. You can sign up right on our Twitter profile. And again, thanks so much for all the love. You guys are incredible. And we'll see you next week.